So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Blue spacing.
Alert 3. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. That one goes for 36 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Jack 31, Jack 31. All right, here we go. Hey, Mike.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Hurry up, let's go.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Kill. Turn up.
Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
Check 6 guy. Set. These two. Mike 20.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. A swing pass caught. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a 1st down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James from 3 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And the slot man goes in motion left. Again, Peterson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
On 2nd down, Peterson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
3 down. Jerry. Slam.
Out of the gun, Palmer. Buying time to his left. He's going deep for Brown, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Now Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Back to the ground, Peterson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On third down, Palmer. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Palmer, cool under pressure as he rallies his guys to the line of scrimmage. They run again with Peterson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on fourth down, Bruce Arians will send out his field goal unit. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That's complete. It's Bell. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Mike 20.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they're known as the no-fly zone.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Strong right. Get him, Terry.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught right side, Jerron Brown. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And now a first down following that long gain.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
They run the counter now. It's Peterson. Finds a seam inside the 40. Adrian Peterson, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams, the spark that often wins games.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
The third quarter starts with a run by Peterson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now Peterson running right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Palmer now to throw on third down. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And they're able to up the lead by one more. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And some space here. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. Big Ben with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you're...
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
In motion left, Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald coming in motion right. Now a give to Peterson running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Even. 4th down. Even. Tight dog.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Andre Ellington, his first carry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They give it to Peterson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Middle. Get that quarterback D-line.
From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And he's got Gresham. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall.
Middle. That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit. Black 80. 198.
They'll run with Peterson. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Hey. 4 down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. 2nd and goal to go now. They try again with Peterson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now Ellington. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 4th down, Stanton. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now if they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Watch tight end.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Kill, 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 kill.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's James. A good pickup there, a 22. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Shift together here from the D-line. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
A big pick there by Patrick Peterson. This one's going to seal victory for his team. Not much of a surprise for me that he actually comes down with the football. Excellent hands. Played some offense while he was in college. And even here at Arizona, he's done the exact same thing.
Yeah, back at LSU, and a big pick here for the Cards. They start the drive with Peterson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here's Ellington. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Newton's Panthers.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
They go play action here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of...
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Newton on first down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. To throw on second down is Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
4 down. Check 4 down. Black 5. Easy. 4 down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony, Antonio. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Ready, 198.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here's Newton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Newton. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Set. Blue third. Corner. Four down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
Set. 59. Alert.
Mike's 59.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 48 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he'll bang that one through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And the Panthers coming out now. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Check. Fresno.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. On third down, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. To the air again, Newton. Caught left side by Funchess. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Newton throwing again. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. Now a first down carry by Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. On third down, Roethlisberger.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here we go. Eat these two. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
He got 29 yards that time.
Set. Alert. Check three.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Set 180. 180. Watch 98. 98's the mic. On the ball. Great.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. To throw is Newton. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Ready? Easy. Mike 5'9". Set. Hey, 180. Hurry up, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
50. Heat these two. Hey, set.
Now Bell. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Double tight, double tight.
They come out here in the eye. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Oh, this is blocked. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 40. But he is finally run down. Would have been 2 if he'd made it all the way, but instead, simply a missed extra point.
We have seen some exciting returns of blocked extra points. This one doesn't quite get into that level, but there had to be an anxious moment after it was blocked, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I think sometimes they still forget on both sides when that block comes on a PAT that you can return it for 2. He got it across midfield there, just not close to the end zone.
Yeah, you noted that moment of hesitancy, didn't you? You know, it's blocked. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. It can be returned, and which means you have to get back and tackle him, too.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Space to maneuver at the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. And they pick up another first down with that run.
Now it's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel.
Slam, slam, slam.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Two tights. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
30.
Mike's 59. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
3 down, 3 down. Set. Blue 30.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
You better be afraid of me. Like I said.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still, well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now Bell, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards there and a first down.
I know everyone wants that prototypical wide receiver, you know, the 6'3", 200-plus pound guy, like a Julio Jones and A.J. Green and Des Bryant. Antonio Brown just shatters that, doesn't he? Smaller in stature, but still able to use his quickness, his elusiveness, and his strength to create big plays.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And again, it's Bell. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
To throw on third down, Newton.
Check safety, check safety.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And the lead will shrink to 6. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters?
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Roethlisberger will throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Charles Johnson in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Check 13.
Now Ben on third and long. And James has it. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jesse James, 81 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special.
And he will not get away. He sacked back around the 3-yard line.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That's fielded in the end zone. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Safety's creeping. Set. Blue Thursday.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Escaping the pressure right. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He's got it at the 15. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Just 1 yard to go here on second down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Check. 4 down.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's James. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
It's our field.
They'll go again with Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Play clock winding down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the Steelers on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Blue 30. We got 4. Shift.
Let's go, Stans. Make some noise.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Touchdown.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Double tight. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.